Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Readings, where I give righteous readings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. Merry Christmas and a happy and safe new year to everyone. We are doing the last reading for 2022, and I saved this one. Sorry about that. I did want to wish everyone a happy and safe new year. Now, this is the last reading for 2022, and I did leave it last for a very specific reason. Most of you have already heard this spiel before, so feel free to maybe skip the next 3 or so minutes if you don't want to hear the intro that I do every time. This is a spread that I made myself. I was coming on the tarot scene and realizing that there were no spreads in regards to this matter, so I made one myself. Over the years, it's been through a few morphosis and it has grown, but I'm very, very proud of this spread. It's something I created myself, and I hope it brings people that are looking for solace and help. It brings you that, brings you some closure and brings you some help. This is of course the addiction and recovery spread. Now, I like to get this spread usually done first of the month because I do feel that this is very important. People that want messages, they need them. But I did leave you guys last this time for the specific reason, because I want to do a broader view, not just for the end of December, but moving forward, some advice for you guys into 2023. It is a new year coming, and I know with New Year's comes a lot of New Year's resolutions. Now, it's great to put the wheels in motion. To put the wheels in motion, to give up an addiction and to get into a real state of recovery takes a lot more than just New Year's resolution. It takes a lot of preparation. It takes a lot of management, mentally, physically, and externally and internally. If you are on your road to recovery, I really want to commend you, because that is not an easy thing to do. Whether it's day 1, hour 1, month 1, year 27, it's still a constant battle, guys. It is always a battle to beat an addiction. Whether you've been in recovery for a day, a month, a year, or 20-something. A friend of mine has been in recovery for 17 years and they still fight the urge today to not use that particular vice. I won't go too much into it because if you know what I'm talking about, you will understand if you are suffering from this. If you're an outsider that's here looking for information for a friend, family member, it's something that people probably from the outside will never completely understand unless it's something that you have gone through yourself, okay? It is soul taking. It changes you. It's painful experience, okay? And I cannot stress that enough. People think like, why don't you just stop? It is not that simple. It is not that simple. It may have been that simple to start, but by no means is it that simple to stop. And to have that mind frame of thinking is very, it's very unhelpful to the person that's suffering, because it makes them feel worthless. It makes them feel like they don't have a hope in hell of changing it. And they do. You do. You do. I promise you that. It all starts with, I am going to put myself first. I don't want to do that anymore, and I'm going to make the change today. I'm going to take that first little step by accepting what was, what is, and what can be. And change is always possible. Always. You just got to make the decision to want to. And if you're in your stages of recovery, it's about making that continual vow to self that you will make it through the day. Whether you think about it, you're at got the phone in the hand ready to ring somebody to get something or do something that you shouldn't. It's about putting yourself first and knowing that you're worth it, okay? And you are. I'm here to tell you that you bloody well are, okay? Now, this does cover any and all addictions and stages of recovery, whether your vice is drugs, alcohol, sex, whether it's self-harm, such as things as cutting, We cover them all here, baby. We cover them all. What is an addiction? An addiction is something you do or use to alleviate yourself from pain and suffering. What does addiction put you into? A cycle of pain and suffering. Sometimes the vice we use to fix us is the vice that ends up destroying us. It can be. So we are going to do the A&R spread, the addictions and recovery. This covers any and all, as I said, and no matter what stages you're in, I hope you can take something from this today. Whether it's as small as knowing that you are not alone, or as big as a realization of revolutionary value that you are worth it and you're going to make that change. I applaud you for just watching this. Now, like I say on all of these videos, if anyone needs any assistance, I am more than willing to give you my time or any way I can help you. I put it on the table. You just have to write SOS on any single one of any of my star sign videos. It does not have to be an addiction and recovery spread. Just write SOS and I will find a way to contact you and I will help and give any assistance that I can. Just know that you are not alone. Okay? Just know that you are not alone. You are never alone. So let's look at December and moving forward into 2023 year. Okay, so we are going to do the addictions and recovery spread now. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. If you would be so kind, and if you do feel comfortable to leave a like or a comment, you are always welcome to do so. I understand that there is a need for anonymity with this sort of thing. People don't want people to know that that's what's going on with them, and I understand that. Okay, so I always, when doing this, don't expect people to like the videos. I don't do it for that purpose. I do it to give advice and to create a safe space for people, if they want to come forward, that they can, to get advice, or just to get or just to be somewhere where they feel that they are safe, and you are safe here. I use all anonymity when discussing things of this nature. And also, if any of you would like a personal reading, please contact me. redskirighteous@gmail.com is my email if you'd like to contact me. I am doing personal readings for anyone that's suffering addictions and recovery for free. Okay guys, so if you want a personal reading for something a little bit more tailored for you, please hit me up. I would be more than willing to get that done for you if you need some additional help there. Okay, so let's look at December 2022 leading into January 2023. I want to sort of spread this out a little bit. So what's going on with everyone that's suffering from addictions and in stages of recovery for this December 2022 month leading into the January? All right. We're battling it out. Oh, transformation is yours to be had though. Scorpio's major arcana is the underlying energy for this whole reading. It is the death card. Now, don't freak out. Don't start freaking out, because no one's dying today, darlings. No one's dying today. But we are transforming. We are changing. The current is that of change, it's like a death of self. It's a death of a realization. It's a death of a way of doing things. It's a death of a perspective. It's a death of a point of view. It's like, I'm not taking that no more. If your addiction is swearing, I do apologize. Sometimes I have a potty mouth. I do try my very best not to use language that is offensive. I am at times a sailor, and words just slip out of my mouth. I am Australian. We use very colourful language where I'm from. So if I do apologise. Please don't take offence. It is literally a slip of the tongue. I do not mean to do that. But we are having much transformation here, guys. We are having much change. We are really coming into a new form of self here. I love that. I love that for you. Let's go through the placements now and explain it all. The current energy for you now, here and now, is the King of Pentacles reversed. This is an individual that is suffering a lot of corruption. It's either being pulled in by the current of others or is creating this drama themselves. This is an individual that's very schemy, scamish. I always refer to him as the Ponzi schemer, scammer, WhatsApp person with the numbers in the comments and But this is an individual that is really in a place they don't want to be. They're in a very corrupted energy, very, very dark energy. The obstacles you're facing, the obstacles. The Two of Swords reverse. This is mistakes, loss, misrepresentation. This is a real sense of not being hoodwinked, but not being comfortable. Your obstacle challenge is to release and forgive yourself for any mistakes or bad decisions you've made. And to accept this. I know, easier said than done. Your emotions at the moment, what you're feeling, is the Knight of Cups. You're feeling you want to move forward, you want to invest, you want to bring in a new proposal. Maybe you want to love somebody besides what you're doing at the moment. But your emotions are running very thick with potential of giving. You want to give. You want to receive. Your emotions are that of wanting to invite new in. You want to partake in things that are of new proposals, of new inventions, or just love in general. You want to feel that. And you want to feel that full sentiment and make it really rich. Your thoughts. What are you thinking? Seven of Swords reverse. You're thinking you can't do it. You're thinking that you're not who you used to be, that you've changed, or that you're masking or being a bit of an imposter. Your thoughts are deceiving you a little bit. Your thoughts are telling you you can't, and I'm here telling you that you can. Your thoughts are making you a little bit weak-willed, and that's okay. We all have days like that. Moving off from that, what started this for you? What was the crutch that may have brought you to this door? Three of Wands. This was waiting for a big payoff perhaps, or waiting for something to come in. For most of you, you just wanted to partake in something that you hadn't done before. Maybe you were coerced a little bit by your surrounding peoples. Or maybe you were just going through a time of waiting for something and it didn't come. And you got sick of waiting, so you thought, I'll dabble, I'll partake in the fruit. How to overcome this? The Star reverse, Aquarius is major. To overcome this, you've got to bring back faith, hope, and trust in yourself. Because the Star reverse reflects that of someone losing their faith, losing their guidance, but also giving up on luck, on faith, on their dreams. Don't ever do that. Don't ever give up. How to overcome this? King of Wands. Get real. Get real with yourself. Find the desire again. Find that passion again. Get involved again in your own life, in the lives of those around you. Whoop, she's about to take out my spread. Sorry about that. She gets a little excited when we do the tarot. Ain't you, Hayes? Apologies. But it's time to really start investing in those things that you have desire in. Bring in the growth. Bring in that fertility of fertile soil. The next three cards reflect an outcome, and the next two clarify that outcome. So 3 cards together give us a look forward, which is what I'm very interested in. Oh, we have 4 cards come. There's one underneath there I didn't see. You got a bonus. The outcome initially is the 3 of Pentacles reverse. This is a lack of understanding, not collaborating well with others. And there may be a need to have to walk away from ideas, principles, or people. 10 of Wands reversed. You have carried so many burdens for so long, and it's now time to release these burdens. It's now time to release these shackles. 5 of Swords. That does not mean things will come easy for you. Isn't that right, Kitty? By no means will it. But you must be ready to fight for what it is you want with that 5 of Swords. You must fight for your thoughts, ideas, processes, what you want. So the outcome of a lack of understanding, people around you aren't understanding what you're trying to express to them. They're not understanding where you're coming from. And there's a need to really walk away. If they're not getting it, it's not helping you, you need to make that tough decision to walk away for your own sake. And in doing so, you will release a lot of burdens. Things that you entered into that were so much more cumbersome, so much more tougher, so much more heavy to carry the weight of the burden than what you ever expected it would be. And we may need to go to battle with ourselves. With ourselves. You need to fight for your right to be free from this. If you're in the midst of a recovery, this is really talking about you are your own boss. You set the course. You can always course correct. You can always have a sidestep and step yourself back into line. That's natural. But sometimes we need to make the choice for ourselves to say, I am more important. And I've got to let you go. For some of you, this may be talking about a partnership where you were both addicted to something, and one of you is getting on that right track and the other one is digressing in their own path. And this is coming to the real realization that you can't sacrifice yourself to save someone else. And yes, it's going to hurt like hell. Sorry. It's going to hurt to let this fish go. But you must. Sacrifice some to save yourself. And I hate giving message like that, but it needs to be said. I'm sorry. It needs to be said. You can only save yourself. You cannot save the army. By saving yourself, you'll be showing them that it can be done. And maybe in time they will follow you. Or maybe they won't. But that is not your path, my darlings. Your path is your path. Their path is theirs. And they are not mutually exclusive. Strength. Additional for you. Leo's major. This is what to take into 2023. Strength. Now, she's not forcing this lion to open its mouth. She's using the force by which the lion is using to her advantage. She's not pushing it and forcing it. Hayes wants to say hello. Sorry guys, she loves that. She loves that camera. But she's using the lion's strength to her advantage. And she's doing it in an infinite-like manner. She could go all day forever like this. Because she's not putting any force. She is one with the beast. Internal, external, inside, outside. The two fragments of yourself which are playing off each other. It's time to get them into alignment in 2023. It's time to use the force which has been gifted to you to propel yourself further and get the outcome that you want. Not to force it and try and put a square peg in a round hole. That will not work for you. It will not fit. It will not fit. But to use the strength that you have, no matter how minute or small it may feel, and burr that into courage, burr that into tenacity, burr that into will, of strength, of tenacity, of courage, to make this transformation happen and to keep transforming into the future. Scorpio and Leo, major arcana there. What do you feel and see when you look at these two cards, ladies and gentlemen? Think hard. What do you feel and what do you think when you look at these two cards? Say the first word that comes into your head for each card that you see. For death, I see darkness. For strength, I see light. From the darkness comes light. What do you see and think? Light bulb moment. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not worth it, that you are not worthy, and that you cannot do it. Because I have a finger for them, and it's the middle one. Because they are just trying to keep you down under the water. Maybe they're benefiting some way, or maybe they just like to see you suffer. Think more of yourself than that. Because you are worth it, you are worthy, and by God, you can do it. I've seen it. I've seen people go 25 years sober. I have. And you will too, if you so choose to. And it will not be easy. The road is fraught with hard decisions and hard moments and sticky times. And I won't tell you differently, because there is. But every time you beat that sticky situation, every time you scrape that gum off your damn shoe, the pride you feel within self and the light that burrs within flickers so much more brightly. And you become so much more stronger and so much more able. That the sticky, icky, gum on shoe situations become less and less and less. They never go away. I wish I could tell you they do, but they don't. But your ability to manage these sticky gum on shoe situations becomes so much more effortless and less frequent. Every little victory is a massive victory and should be celebrated as such. Every time you put that phone down, every time you don't go through that door, every time you don't take that option, every time you tell yourself, no, I don't need that. Bravo. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a little indulgence, not of the naughty type, but something that is good for you. Something that you enjoy. If you're reading a novel and you haven't had a chance to it, give yourself a chapter of that novel. Give yourself that praise. Give yourself that support, that job well done. Because you deserve it. This by no means is easy. And anyone that tells you it is foolish. Because it's not. But every time you make the choice to say, no, I'm not doing that, or no, I'm not partaking in that, bravo. Because that's one battle you've just won. No matter how small it may seem, it is a massive victory and should be celebrated as such. Thank you everyone so much for joining me here, Redski on Righteous Readings. I commend you all, and I want to thank you all so very much. For all of your support and for still watching this particular spread. It really does hold a special spot in my heart. Many people don't know this, but I actually, I lost someone very, very close to me to addiction quite some years ago. Actually, I've lost a few, but one person in particular that I still think of now. And that is who this spread is dedicated to. So to Kristen, I miss you so much, my love. But you're the reason why I do this. So thank you. I hope to see you in the new year, guys. Until then, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. See you in 2023.